4, 3, 2, 1.
The following program is brought to you by the Internet Broadcasting Organization.
How the heck are ya? How's everything?
Doing good.
Welcome to Talk Inc. This is Kim Marie.
Hello there.
Who am I?
I don't know who you are most of the time, but some of the time I think you're Ian Stevens.
Okay, thank you. My mother thanks you. Thank you, Mom. Well, guys, it's great. We have a wonderful group in our peanut gallery. Say hello to the peanut gallery. Everybody say hi. Woohoo! Good turnout. This is a happening place. We were happening last week. We had Eddie Deason on.
Yeah, that was
the
a
one
fun
and
show.
only. The guy just freaking rocked. Told us some great Hollywood backstories.
Had a lot of interesting stories.
He did, didn't he?
Got to know him. He's a really cool guy.
He is a cool dude. I mean, if you look up the word "cool" in the dictionary, his picture's right there.
Yeah.
He goes, "Hi, I'm cool." You know,
I like
that's
the
Eddie,
fact that
you know.
he actually does cartoon characters. So.
I know. And one of my favorite, we talked about last week was the whole Polar Express.
Yeah.
And that's I have such a fondness for that movie. The only thing I think is that Tom Hanks probably shouldn't have played Santa Claus on top of all the other characters he played. But
Well, what didn't he play?
hey, of course, he played everything. But we had a great time last week, and we're going to have a wonderful show tonight. We got some great special things. Just to kind of recap what we did last week, we had Eddie Deason was on, and we had a terrific singer, up-and-comer, Maya Sienna.
Yeah, she was wonderful.
She rocked it out last night.
Didn't she do Hard Rock Live?
She did, down in Miami Beach.
How'd that go?
Apparently, I got the memo, and she just killed it. She did 15 songs. Her fan base is just growing left and right, and
I tried to touch base with her to get some.
Her manager
video
called
and
us
some
back.
Pictures.
Yeah, her manager said that that it was thanks to the show and everything. So
That's
I'm glad we
great.
played some part in that. That was really, really cool.
That's wonderful.
And then we got a great response. So thanks to our viewing and listening audience. We had responses from all over the U.S., even Australia, and the UK, and Africa as well. So those of you in Africa, thank you so much. And Adam and his family and everyone else out there, and those in the UK, Billy and Gus, and those in Canada. I got all my wife's relatives are all in Burlington and Ontario and Toronto. So, Ticanis, I don't know if you ever saw the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding, it's my life story.
You're all over the place.
Oh, Ian and Greek, it's just hand in hand, And then, of
good
course,
thing,
all
yeah.
my family and friends and people in production back in California and here in Tampa, where we're based out of. So we just had a great time. And so today is, without no exception, we got some really special things. But before we get started with our show, Kim, how was your week? I mean, for those of you who don't know, Kim is an actress as well. This is kind of our side gig. I work as a producer and director and have
I'm
a
the
blast.
Jill of all trades and
She
the master
is.
of none.
No, you're a master of all. This girl, I got to tell you, some of the opening credits you saw, the logo, our Talk Inc. logo that you see on our beautiful mugs and everything, she created that. She created our opening line credit, the music, her better half Lee did all the all that kind of stuff. And we had a great time doing it. And
Who's that, Rob?
What's that? Oh, I don't know. But anyway, but she does movies, and she's been doing a lot of auditioning and that kind of stuff lately and stuff. So how's it been going for you this week? I mean, you did?
I've had a rough week, but a good part of my week was great. My son is looking for a house for his family, so we got to check that out, and that was really good. Found a really good house for him.
Cool. So this week was non-thespian associated. We were doing any work toward your films that you got. You got a couple films coming up, don't you?
Yes, I do. I have Ex Post Facto that's coming out. Antonio Kennedy, amazing director. Blessed to be with him, and he actually wrote lines for me to be in his movie, which was pretty cool. So I guess I was pretty cool to do that.
You are cool. I tell you, this is the place to cool. It's where everyone hangs out. I've seen Kim do some great stuff. I'm also her acting coach. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, for those of you who are looking for a great character actress, I can, recommend Miss Kim Marie.
That was really sweet.
Oh, well, shucks. Let me find a pile of dirt and kick it, Oh, shucks. Oh, shucks. So, other than that,
I do like to be everybody else but myself.
Oh, okay. So, you're going to ask me how my week went?
Yes, of course. How was your?
I'm okay.
How was your? How you're okay?
My week's good.
You can cry on my shoulder if you want to. You're gonna be all right. How was your week?
I got a good week. My buddy Dan Roebuck. Dan's done. Gosh, I got him. He's the.
Yeah, he's done everything.
He's been working like crazy. He was a regular on Lost. He was on Matlock. He was.
Mob City.
Mob City. Oh yeah, that just was on A&E for a long time. Did a great run on that, and he has an alter ego. Like Cassandra Peterson had Elvira, well, Dan's got an alter ego called Dr. Shocker. Mm-hmm. And I was able to do the voiceover for his, what they call a shockumentary that they're promoting out in Hollywood, in which he's working like with Rob Zombie, your big idol. You love Rob Zombie.
Hi, Rob.
And so I was able to lend my voice to do a Boris Karloff impersonation on a video, which
That's cool.
I just happened to bring with me to the studio today.
Well,
so
we should check that out.
Could you, Jennifer, can we roll that beautiful bean footage, please?
That's really cool. You got to do that.
Well, I thought it was pretty cool. We're having technical difficulties.
I met
behind our
Dan
control.
with you. I really liked him.
It should
He's
be
really
number
nice
one.
guy.
It should be right up. The first one. It should show Dr. Shocker Dan Roebuck. There we go.
I like working with him.
With Danny?
Yeah.
Or Rob Zombie?
With Danny, with the audition.
Oh, that's right.
Because he does that.
Oh, yeah. He does
and
a thing called The Audition is the Job.
Yeah.
And he did that. Okay, here we go. In 5
Following
seconds.
is a public service announcement. Do you like monster movies? Read monster magazines? Fill your home with monster memorabilia? Remember turning yourself into a monster? Wonder what it would be like if the Frankenstein monster and the Wolfman ran for president of the United States? Dream of inventing a time machine so that you can go back in time and buy items from the back pages of famous monster magazines. Think about pranking your children by pretending that Dracula was a real monster and that he killed you in front of them. If you answered yes to one of the above questions, then you're a monster maniac. And there is only one doctor that can help you.
Thank you.
There is only one cure.
Dr. Shocker's Vault of Horror.
All the early influences of anything I liked were just always monster related.
One thing that we all have in common as monster collectors is we're all weirdos and freaks and geeks ourselves.
I learned English by reading the subtitles on horror movies on Sunday on TV and on the theater.
Many of us, I think, do want to crawl back into the 12-year-old self. We want to just be that kid again.
Well, there you have it. That's me and my antipasto. I was
really cool.
doing my Boris Karloff, you say. So, and he dug it. I did like 3 different versions of the copy that that the producer Tammy Peralta put together. So I did like in a straight read that he was really interested in, and then I said, well, let's kind of flavor it up, make it like a monster. So I can either do Dracula, I could do Dracula.
But he did this when he was a kid. Remember, he had those cards made, those business cards made, and he tried to do this as his
Well,
first.
you have a great memory.
Yes, I do.
Wow, that's
and he was trying to attempt this, as a child, a teenager in school, and then he built, of course, into his acting career. Now he gets to relive this again, which is awesome.
His little alter ego. So yeah, I was able to do the Dracula, and I did the please, mister, whatever you want to do. And then I did the Boris. I did the Boris Karloff, and that was great stuff. Which in turn, we're going to have a terrific lineup in the next couple of weeks of celebrities, and one of the guys that'll be doing kind of a theme. Dan's going to be on our show in a couple of weeks, and we're also going to have coming down from Georgia an old buddy of mine, Gord Shriver, who wrote the book. He's an authoritarian on. Is that correct terminology? I guess I don't know.
We'll go with it.
He wrote. Thanks. He wrote the book on Boris Karloff, and it became, I believe, close to a New York bestseller. But he's going to come down, do a live interview. He's in Atlanta, but we knew each other since high school, and we've been staying in touch. And he actually is a big fan of Dan, so they're like Mutual Admiration Society. So we'll have Dan on the line, and we'll probably have Gordon here, and we'll do a kind of a monster theme or kind of fun stuff. Well, I kind of, I'm kind of associated with that because I helped kind of co-create the Hollywood Horror Nights here at Universal.
Yeah, I know.
My uncle was really big on that when, my family being in L.A. and all that kind of stuff. My uncle, Steve.
Creature of the Black Lagoon, didn't your family do that?
Not my family. Universal did that, but my uncle Robin helped on the set designs and the costuming and all that kind of stuff. And
still connected.
Oh, yeah. And then he had a Steven Studios for a long time and kind of consulted out to the different studios on monster movie makeup. So he did all types of early zombie stuff. Roger Corman took a lot of his style of like when he did Night of the Living Dead back in the late 60s. But his stuff was like through the 50s and early 60s, and then got into doing assemblies for high school all around. So if any of you saw Robin Stevens doing the Stevens Studio around the United States, well, that's my Uncle Robin, and he's retired and lives up in Niagara Falls. So hi, Uncle Robin, if you're watching, we love you, miss you. But to stay in the theme of what we're doing, we have a special guest today. Last week we had Eddie Deason on.
Yeah, that was good.
And we're going to have Barry Pearl's going to be on our show. He was also played Duty in Grease. And as a matter of fact, I reached a guy. If anybody remembers the name John Provost, anybody remember the name John Provost? Yeah. Okay. Well, he mentioned that he played Timmy on Lassie, and he's going to be on our show in a couple weeks. So we have with us, as keeping in the theme of this month of Grease, we have one of the cast members on the line with us who played Patty Simcox, Miss Susan Buckner. Susan, you're there.
I am here, and I'm just gotten out of the bathtub, and I'm greasing my legs. I'm moisturizing.
Can we put you on Skype now? I mean, can we see a visual of this? You're doing your legs.
Might be on a delay.
Well, we don't. We're live broadcasting, so we're not like the FCC, so we don't have like a 5-second delay or anything.
That's cute.
Our buddy Eddie last week, we learned that by one of his tall tale stories that he had last week about Steven Spielberg and Robert Zemeckis taking him to Plato's Retreat in New York. So that was quite a story.
Yeah, that was a story.
It was, and we'll just leave it at that. But
good times.
Anyway, so Susan, how are you? What's going on with your bad self?
I've just been really enjoying knowing that I was going to come and see you and be with you tonight on your second show. And I've been having a nice time with Kim. We've been meeting each other online, and everybody's kind of like jumped on my site, and there's a lot of my friends listening.
I know. I've been enjoying really getting to know you there, Susan. You have a lot of interesting stories, and you're just an amazing person. You really are.
A lot of people don't know about your history. I mean, that's so there's some key people that are going to come in from our peanut gallery to ask you a few questions in just a moment. But what lately have you been doing with your career? I know you're very well known, obviously, for Grease and a number of other things that you've done. But what lately have you been doing to keep yourself active in the career, or just to keep yourself busy as a mom and everything you're doing in life?
I've been trying to just enjoy myself. I'm not actively acting, and I haven't done that for quite a while. I have coached and directed musical theater, and that's I'm having a kind of a nice laid back time, and I'm thinking of making a big geographical a big geographical, and moving back to the left.
You moving back to L.A.?
The left coast. Yeah.
Ooh, the land of my birth. Are you moving?
Yeah,
Are you
what's the
moving?
name of that town that you're from?
I'm sorry.
What's the name of the I saw that you had noted where you were born. And
I was born in Escondido, which is just north of San Diego. But my family's like third generation Californian, so it was really tough for me to leave and come to Florida, and then I find out you're in Florida. I find out everyone who's retired from show business moves to Florida. So, and then I feel like Al Pacino because it's just when I feel like quick they bring me back in. Listen, Susan, before we get started, we have a couple of people that are going to ask you some questions from our peanut gallery. But before we do, we have a special guest that wants to say hi to you. So our special guest, would you come in and sign in, please, and say hello on the phone to Miss Susan Buckner? Say hi.
Hello, is this Susan? I want to talk to Susan Buckner.
I don't recognize the voice. Eddie, hi. Hi, how are you?
Susan and I have been friends since Grease. It's been, 36 years. She was my first Hollywood crush. I had the biggest crush on her. She was so beautiful on the set. She had the big glasses. Everybody knows the big glasses in the scene, but she was so beautiful. She was such a knockout on the set. And I'll tell you this, I wasn't the only guy to have a crush on her. I think all the guys on the set were in love with Susan.
Can't blame them.
Yeah, I know one guy in particular, like my best friend.
I remember we were at the pier in Santa Monica when we did that the driving thing, you confessed to me.
Yes.
And I was shocked. I said, really?
That was so much fun.
Tell me then.
Oh, yeah. You didn't know till all that time. It's amazing it was a secret.
No.
Yeah. Also, Susan and I did a signing show together it was the first time Frankie Avalon was with us. We did the last big Grease signing show.
Frankie, baby, yeah.
Frankie was there with us, and, unfortunately, Cha-Cha was there, but unfortunately, she's, we lost her now.
Right.
It's sad. Yeah. But that was a fun day. That was a wonderful day.
Yeah, I heard some.
Everybody.
I heard some great, wonderful stories from my old buddy, my best friend. I would call him my brother. We're sons of a different mother, Jeff Conaway, who also is in heavens, looking down at us. He's laughing his butt off right now. I know he is. And he told me a lot of stories, but I'm not going to repeat them today. Anyway, what were some of the things, Eddie, when you saw Susan? I know that you just said she was one of your biggest crushes when you were doing Grease. Grease,
she was a young Candice Bergen. She looked like a young, beautiful Candice Bergen.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Now Susan, did you know? I didn't know this, Susan, about Eddie. I thought he had had a couple of
during the movie. Not at all.
Well, he wasn't going to let on. No,
he never showed one sign of it. He didn't.
That's interesting.
You hardly said hello to me.
He was so nervous.
No.
He's a little Jewish boy off on the side just having
I didn't see you were gawking. You said you were, but I didn't see it.
Well, were you gawking? Eddie Deason was gawking. Eddie, were you gawking?
Definitely.
Where'd he
I
go?
was checking her out all the time. I guess he just didn't text me. We were all busy, it was a mad scramble in Greece. We were all scrambling around doing stuff. But when you got a crush on a girl, you'll catch these sly looks. I was always looking at her. Yeah.
I hear you.
Actually, he was geeking me.
Oh, he was geeking you.
I got full. It really covered everything up.
Oh, too funny.
I know Susan has a lot of fans and calls coming in, but I want to ask my question.
Sure.
Susan, I wanted to know, how did you get cast in Grease? What's the story? Were you up against a lot of girls, or how many auditions did you have? How did you get cast in the film?
Well, I went to a bunch of dancers. Pat Birch was there, and they said they put on some music, and they said dance. There must have been. It was like about as many people that were in the big dance scene. There were a lot of people there dancing, so I just danced my ass off. Sorry, and I just kept. They taught us the dance, and I just went for it all the way. And then I immediately left town, which is what I always would do, because I think it would be bad luck if I hung around and waited. I had to make myself think that it wasn't important and take the pressure off me. So that was kind of my deal. I always did. I went to Acapulco. And then I got a call a little bit later to come back, you're cast. But then when I was cast, there was some other parts they were having me read for. Like you had mentioned that Alan Carr had asked you to do some things and you sat. And then other people did. So he asked me to read for Rizzo.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah, you could easily have played one. Yeah, you could have played one of the Pink Ladies, easy.
Well, Well, that was a rough crowd to be around.
Yeah, because you don't look like a nerdy girl. They made you up to look like Patty to look nerdy, but you could easily have been a Pink Lady.
It would have been easier on my ego, I think.
Right.
Because we're great actresses, and it's really hard to tell. Are you acting? Is this real?
You guys are just acting up. Well, now, Susan, if you're moving back to L.A., well, then definitely you and Eddie are going to have to go to In-N-Out Burger and have a lunch.
Oh, here we go.
Definitely. Well, we'll have to do signing shows together for sure. Brad will set us up for signing shows together, definitely. Eugene and Patty.
That was fun.
We'll clean up, yeah.
The other thing, too,
that was really fun. I liked that.
Oh, that was so much fun, yeah.
I was out of my
made
body.
it special. Seeing Frankie was the trip. Seeing Frankie Avalon and getting to talk to him, that was the trip of it. I mean, I love all you guys, but Frankie's the one, he's kind of like a star in his own right. And he was kind of like,
oh yeah,
but he was saying, he goes, do you realize how big this film is? He was like gushing over Grease, like everybody else goes. Do you realize how big this film is? He goes, everybody talks about it. Everybody asks me about it. This is Frankie friggin' Avalon, But he's saying how great Grease was, and he couldn't believe all the attention it got.
Oh my gosh!
It was crazy. It was crazy. He was always so nice. He was always so sweet, and had this huge family. And
oh yeah, 8 kids.
The Teen Angel with him. I ended up casting my son as Teen Angel in the stage version of Grease here.
Oh really?
When he was in 5th grade.
Oh, did you direct it, Susan?
Well, it's kind of
on stage direction, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of cool because even Barry Pearl had just finished directing Grease out in Thousand Oaks.
I saw Barry's show and it was great.
Yeah,
Barry's production was wonderful. He's a great director.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Barry Pearl played Duty. It was one of the T-Bird guys.
Yeah.
With Jeff and John Travolta and the rest of them. So he's very active in theater and does a lot at the Pasadena Playhouse and really rocks out there.
Too, Ian?
I beg your pardon?
He's going to do your show too.
Yeah, Barry will be in here in about 2 weeks. We're going to try.
Awesome!
Yeah, we're going to try and get Lorenzo Lamas next week, and Susan and I will talk about that, and also Kelly Ward and Miss Donnelly and some of the other folks and Dee Dee Khan and so forth. So
I was really impressed that Susan also is a singer and a writer.
Yeah. She is.
I didn't know that.
Now, you know what you guys ought to do is write have you guys ever thought about writing a collective memoir about Grease and like from the inside out or something like that?
There should be a book about it. You're right.
Like you and Randall Kleisner, all the surviving members should write a collective book on Grease because you guys have such an incredible fan base that is so alive with it's the #1 movie musical of all time. Do you realize that?
Yeah.
More so than Funny Girl, more so than Wizard of Oz, more so Grease is the #1. And to be a part of that, my gosh, I'm talking to two Hollywood icons.
Eddie, what do you think, Eddie?
I brought some of your music, Susan, too.
It wasn't. We really didn't know what was going on. We didn't realize there was this kind of like tsunami of people coming.
Exactly. Well, you know what it is, Susan?
Then all of a sudden, 20 years later, it was like, oh my God.
Yeah, then it gets into classic status, but you don't know after 10 years because it's just like any other film. And then it goes 20, 30 years, and you go, wait a minute, this is a classic. It's in the category of a classic now.
Isn't that wild?
It's like the Wizard of Oz or whatever.
Yeah.
I think we have a caller as well.
Okay, well, just before we get the caller, the one thing I wanted to say was you really know when you're classic is when Robert Osborne starts talking about you.
Yeah, really.
Then you know you're, oh my gosh, I'm ancient. I got spider webs under my armpits or something.
Yeah,
it's like scary. But we have a caller that wants to ask a question. Is it of Susan or of Eddie, or both? Okay,
hi, this is
Susan.
Rochelle.
Susan, we have.
Oh
so go ahead.
Yeah, I'm from the Brady Bunch. Hi. Hi,
Susan.
How are you? I'm so glad you called. How'd you get to be #1 spot? Good girl.
Susan Olsen.
Jerry's my friend from the Brady Bunch.
Is that Susan Olsen?
Oh yeah,
She's
right.
Brady.
Susan, you're best friends with my cousin Georgine Lalone.
So that's
That's right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in the Peanut Gallery, we have Cindy Brady. Susan Olsen is on the line. She called in to say hi to Susan.
How cool is that?
Hello.
Susan, you've got big fans here. We got 2 Susans on. We got 2 Susans and an Eddie, and I'll take a rye with a mayonnaise with that, please.
Well, actually, this is Jerry who played Jan.
What? Oh, Jerry. Okay, all right. Someone said it was Susan Olsen, but that's okay, Jerry. You played
Jan.
The
one that said Marsha.
Right, I know. Right. Okay, so Jerry, what's going on?
Yes. I wanted to call.
But it could be Jerry. I've been in the bathtub doing some synchronized moves, practicing again still.
when Eve,
I
when,
still
just to
got
kind
going
of, well, kind of give. Let me just kind of give a.
I do everything in the pool. I stayed as far away from it as possible.
Well, let me kind of give a heads up on that. So when they did the Brady Bunch Variety Hour for a couple of years, Susan Buckner was one of the synchronized swimmers in the pool, and Jerry took over for Eve Plum for 2 years playing Jan Brady. So people were like, how is she mixed in with that? Well, because Eve Plum took time off, and Jerry stepped in, and she played the part of Jan. And walk around screaming Marsha, 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 even when she sleptwalks. So I mean, just never knew what was going on. But
True. Well, they needed to cast somebody that could really sing, and Jerry is a
great singer.
Grew up singing, and she's very, very talented, and so it certainly helps with mostly actors in the Brady Bunch, and there's 2 or 3 other singers, but Jan came in and really filled in. Incredible presence.
Great job. Oh, I remember that.
Thank you very much. Oh, I totally enjoyed doing it. Yes, working with Susan was wonderful too. We had a blast.
Yeah, I've seen some outtake shots of her and Christopher Knight kind of googling at each other over by the side of the pool in the big sound stage that they had, that big deep pool. Did you guys know that there's a connection with the Brady Bunch here? Did you know? And then this is just kind of a side bit. And I don't mean to throw myself in the mix, but I will. But when it came, we always talk about with Eddie and Susan and everybody else about callbacks and auditioning. Mm-hmm. That I was one of the final 3, was myself and Sean Kelly and Christopher Knight for the part of Peter Brady. I was 10 years old when I auditioned for Peter Brady. I did, and I looked. Well, Chris and I at the time, we both were goofy. We had the front buck teeth thing, but the thing, 2 years later, I auditioned for another role on the episode to play one of Greg's buddies or something, and which never came to be. But the casting director said, "You know why you didn't get the part of Peter?" And I said, "I don't know why." He said, "Well, because you didn't have that cute little giggle that Christopher Knight had." And he went all the time, and I went, "That's what got the job?" And he said, "Yeah, you didn't have it, and he did." And
I had a huge crush on Bobby.
Oh, Michael Lookaland?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's bald now, like me. I mean,
yeah, but I was about that age at the time.
Oh, I had the hots for
I loved
Eve
him.
Plum and Maureen McCormick. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was at a social gathering one time, and Maureen McCormick walked in, and I was dating this gal named Carol, and my jaw just dropped. I went,
right.
Like, thanks a lot, Ian, you moron. It's like, okay, well, hey, she's a Brady. Always a Brady, will be a Brady. And we used to see Mike.
Yeah, I had my crushes too.
Did you? And we used to see Mike. We used to see Robert Reed, because I lived in Pasadena. And
Who was your crush?
Robert Reed lived in Pasadena.
Mine was Chris.
Oh, Chris Knight, yeah.
Yeah. And Barry.
And Barry, yeah. Barry's a good-looking guy. They're all, Chris Knight still looks great.
Look at all
I'm
these
Barbara Eden all the
All
way.
the same age.
What's that, Eddie?
What?
Barbara Eden?
all the way.
Barbara Eden? Oh,
my crush for the last 45 years.
She's in her 80s and she still looks like she's
beautiful.
29.
Still looking hot, yeah.
She still looks great.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She's like 83.
Oh yeah, she's
83?
like she's in her early 80s, and she lives. Her husband, he's a doctor, and they live in San Francisco. It's like her 4th marriage.
I just saw a
or
recent picture of her too.
She's great.
She
Well,
looks beautiful.
Danny Roebuck, or my buddy Danny, just did a movie with her up in was it Minnesota or LA? I'm not sure, but yeah, he just did a movie with her, like a movie of the week or something with her.
Oh,
and
no
she looked.
kidding.
Oh yeah, she looked great. She just hadn't
cool.
changed at all. Still had the same navel that she wore, and her belly button would look the
Right,
same.
exactly, yeah.
I think so, something like that.
That's how you guys beat her?
Yeah, right. I'm gonna date an 82-year-old. That's what I call a real cougar. Now, the guys, Jerry, stay on the line if you would. And, of course, Eddie, stay on the line. But we do have some questions for our guest today, Miss Susan Buckner from the Peanut Gallery. So, Sam, do we have someone from our Peanut Gallery who would like to ask a question of Miss Buckner? Come on in. This is Mr. Mark Taylor. Mark, come and grab a seat and put the earphones on. Okay. And make sure that you have Okay, this is Mark Taylor. And Mark's got a question for you. Mark, go ahead.
Hey, what I was wondering is, how was it to actually work with Ernest Borgnine in 1981? Because he was like one of my favorite actors of all time. I love all of his movies. How was that?
That was just perfection, including a near-death experience on his part. It still was perfection.
Really, a near-death?
For him to go through, we were doing a scene out in a meadow. It was supposed to be quiet, an Amish type of land, and no electrical anything. And he was the father, the leader, and he came in on a horse-drawn cart, which really were kind of like borrowed horses and borrowed carts, and I don't think nothing had really worked for a long time, and certainly the horse is not with the cart. there's Ernest Borgnine coming down with, because I'm hanging out with his son. I have my eyes on his other son, and they're rolling down, and they hit something. I don't know, just a pop in a field, and it flipped upside down.
Wow!
It flipped upside down.
Ooh, ouch!
Completely. Yeah, that stopped pretty much everybody's heart. That pretty much stopped everybody's heart. It changed me. It did something to me acting-wise that was wonderful. In a way. I mean, for me, it was wonderful because it just calmed me, and it was like serious, and I didn't have to pretend it was quiet out there because it really did get quiet.
Cool. Well, Mark, thanks
really
thanks, Mark, for stopping in and asking that question. We have one more question before we got a couple other things we need to do with Susan today and cover because we got some other guests here on the show today as well. So one more. We have another person from Peanut Gallery. Okay, Sam, come on in. You have a question here for Susan.
I do.
All right. And of course, you're looking lovely again today.
Thank you.
And Samantha, what would you like to ask Susan?
I can get these headphones on. Hello, Susan.
Hello, Samantha. Hi.
I have a question for you that my daughter is too shy to ask. She is 12 and she's just signing with a modeling agency and she's interested in getting into the acting. So what suggestion would you give her to overcome her fear of the camera? And she's got it. She's got it all. Blonde hair, blue eyes, gorgeous.
It's about confidence. You only can build confidence. You can have all this talent. But if you're not confident, you're going to get kind of shaky and choke. And it takes time. So keep doing it. That's where you practice your auditioning skills, which are completely different, in my opinion, than your skills that you could really be using. Your talent. So practice and get confident.
Yes, that's what we're doing tomorrow, actually. She has to do her 30-second passion video. And she's like, okay, hi, my name is Michaela, and I'm with Alexa Modeling. And, she keeps doing it over and over. And I'm like, don't overthink it. But she's trying. It's really cute. But that's a question she had for you, and thank you.
Well, thanks, Samantha. Appreciate it.
That was a nice question for me. I'm happy to share that. I believe that's really true. So good luck to you.
Thank you.
Good luck to your baby girl Samantha. My daughter Samantha too.
Oh, really? I did not know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. And I'm related to Samantha Stevens from Bewitched, so we're just a Samantha kind of group.
This big happy family,
Samantha thing
right?
happening. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, thanks, Samantha. I appreciate you coming in and asking a question.
Well, I was really impressed to talk to Susan this week about vinyl. I mean, I honestly just did not think that there was going to be anybody, let alone a woman, that can actually
sing.
She actually collects vinyl.
She collects vinyl.
She collects vinyl. She has more than
records.
Like LPs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're the best.
Yeah, I've had I don't know, maybe 3,000-4,000, and Susan actually topped me off on that one. And then in the midst of that conversation, I also learned from her, which I was very impressed by.
Who it is?
Beautiful, talented woman. She actually wrote and sang with the founding member of War, the band War, Lonnie Jordan.
Yep.
Right?
That's right. That's exactly right. Yes, we did an album together, and we did 1.5. I did the first one with him. I wrote most of the songs with him, and I really loved it. I really loved the music business as far as, well, maybe not the business, but I loved creating the music, and I wasn't needing anybody's approval. I just enjoyed it.
Well, that's great. I think we have another call as well, too, Susan. So let's go ahead and take that as well. That's fine. We'll come back to that.
All right, so caller, are you there? Hello, caller. Caller on the phone. Caller. Okay, caller, are you there?
Yes, hi.
Hi. What's your name?
Samantha. I'm Susan's daughter.
Get out! Oh, my gosh. This is a surprise Susan day today. What is this?
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
Samantha's in Los Angeles right now.
Hi there.
She's in L.A.? Oh, cool.
Hi.
I miss L.A.
Hi, Samantha. I know you told me to call you back. I'm really glad you called me back. How you doing?
Hi there.
I just wanted to call and say that I love you and I'm listening to you and you sound wonderful.
Aww.
Thank you, honey.
You make me cry.
That's
I'm
really
watching
cool.
it on a delay right now, so it's kind of
Yes,
funny listening.
it is. Watching it on delay and trying to understand where you're at and watching your reactions. I can't tell what your reactions are.
She's frowning right now. That's okay. She's frowning. She's actually a little gassy right now. So Samantha, where in LA do you live, Samantha?
I'm in West Hollywood.
Oh, West Hollywood. Okay, right off of Doheny over there.
Yeah, pretty close. I'm on Lafayette and Melrose.
Oh, I know that area like the back of my. I know your mom used to live in the Sunset Towers right there on Sunset. Yeah.
Well, I'll hop off in case there's any other callers.
Oh,
but,
bless your heart.
It was really fun watching this and being a part of it.
Oh, you're too cool.
Did you meet my friend Jerry? Did you meet Jerry and Eddie? Jerry and Eddie, it's my daughter Samantha.
Hi,
Samantha. So great to talk to you. Great to hear your voice.
Can we just sing Kumbaya here right now?
All right. Well, I hope everyone has a good evening. Mom, I love you, and call me later.
I will, honey. Thank you for calling in. Do you have any questions for me?
No, I'm loving all the news stories.
Especially those grease stories. Pretty greasy.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Samantha.
Bye. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for coming on.
That was really cool. Thank you.
Now, Susan, we have queued up for you because you've been working with Lonnie Jordan, a founding member of WAR. And we have such an interconnection that I didn't even know because one of my best friends, Tom Politzer, is a lead saxophone player for Tower of Power, and they play a lot with WAR. These guys jam together all the time, and I've known Tom since 5th grade. And they're touring this summer with Steve Miller Band and Journey. And so, can you believe it? Out of 40 dates, they're not even coming to frickin' Florida. Go figure that one out. I am bummed.
They do, you're right.
Well, she's actually singing on this song, which is really cool. She helped them
quite a few times.
Okay, well, we're going to have...
Power.
We're going to have a song that we're going to play.
Gray Rainy Days. Do you remember that, Susan?
Right. I'm getting radio play.
So this is back in memory lane, back in 70?
Yeah, it's in the 77.
In the 77, 78. This is your recording, your best. This was your number one hit.
I was cleaning the house to this the other day, right?
You were.
And junkie to my music and Gray Rainy Days. I was cleaning away to that, Susan.
Susan, I'm going to have some of my green cheese here while I listen to this.
Wake up and hear it on your radio. It's pretty nice to have that. So I'm going to close my eyes and pretend I'm not hearing it on my radio.
So Jennifer, go that beautiful bean footage. Here we go.
You guys pause. Interesting. Kind of like.
I have no idea.
Here we go.
This sound a little familiar to you, Susan?
It does. I could turn it up a little bit more.
I thought you'd like this one.
Oh, there's Samantha. That's her sword. Oh, that's really nice, Cam. That's great. What?
Hey, Susan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm cleaning now.
See, it gives you that feeling, doesn't it? How'd you hook up here with Lonnie? How'd you hook up with?
I left the Gold Diggers. After the Gold Diggers, we hooked up. We've got an agent manager, and first it was 4 of us: Maria Elena and Linda Alberici, and Deborah Pratt and I. We were called Fantasy, and then we split off into 2, and then a manager took us over to Lonnie's house, and he sat at the piano and he played my favorite song. And I had been maybe a year before at a concert in New York when Cisco Kid came out.
Oh yeah. I love that song. Cisco Kid was. I won't sing.
Thank you.
Sitting on the piano bench with the guy. So that was pretty amazing, and he's really an incredible teacher. He's always teaching because he's so. You just watch him really be into it, and that's how you learn from him.
Right.
He's very amazing. It was really nice.
Now you did this after Dean Martin, correct?
Yes.
So
for those of you our listening audience,
that's what I was doing during Greece and right before and after Dean Martin.
Cool. Now a lot of people don't know this, but Susan was one of the gold diggers for Dean Martin's show on NBC. Now, Susan, what years were you on as a gold digger for Dean Martin?
What year?
Yeah, what years was that?
That was 73.
Wow.
And 74. There's the gold diggers go back, of course, to the 30s.
Yeah.
But there were two groups of gold diggers. There continues to be gold diggers as far as girls move on. Girls do something else. They stay with the group for a year or two, or some stay with it for a very long time and always are available to come back.
He was my favorite. He was really cool. Dean Martin. He was my favorite one.
There they are. There's a picture of the gold
Do you have
diggers
any cool
there.
stories with you and Dean? Maybe you want to share? Because he was really cool.
Keep it clean.
He was my favorite.
What was he like, Susan? Yeah.
Eddie, I know you love Jerry Lewis, and I did too. But when I was in high school, junior high school, I loved comedy. I loved Jerry Lewis was my idol, and then
Eddie's too.
But then when I worked with Dean, I couldn't like him anymore. It was like a different camp.
Yeah.
But anyway, when we did a television show together, and we did a lot of roasts. And he has it down to where he can just come in for 5 minutes late in the week while everybody's been practicing all week, and he just walks in and the girls pull him around. He looks like he's drunk. He's not. He just doesn't know where he's going, and we take him there. He's just nice and cool. We got to tell him when he got a Grammy like 3 or 4 years ago. We all went out to L.A. to the Grammy shows while he was honored as a king of cool.
He deserves it.
He does.
See, you're the Brett girl. That's right.
I'm a rap brat.
Yeah, I picked up a picture of her. That she also did auto. She's also an auto mechanic, aren't you?
Yeah, there's Lonnie Jordan
you did
from
that?
War.
Well, yeah. I used to be on American cars, but when I started getting
And
you just do everything.
You were like on Love Boat, and weren't you? You did a couple things with Love Boat with James MacArthur, and you've done. But the biggest thing, there's Texas, my boy Jeffrey. Yeah. Susan, now before you got the big start, weren't you Miss Washington up there in the grand state of Washington up there?
Yes, I was. I started as a local beauty pageant winner at Miss Burien, and then went on to Miss Washington, and cut a lot of ribbons, and went to college. And then my mother Violet, she found an audition piece in the paper that there was a call-out audition, which was not unlike the American Idol. They went all around the United States. They auditioned in each city, and my mother told me, go. So that's what I did, and then I left. And then I went to LA, and I've had 8 sisters from all over the place, and every single one of us are in contact today.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really nice.
Amazing.
Wow.
You've had an interesting career, Susan.
I want to talk about the Eddie Deason campaign really quickly, if we can, and then we have Kira to come on as
you
well.
guys are going to be in a special treat, Susan and Eddie. We have the #1 country artist who's 14 or 15 years old. Kira Taylor is here in our studio tonight to share her talents and some of her missions that she's doing. And we're kind of short on time, so but we do have an Eddie Deason campaign. For that, Susan, tell all your people. Eddie, tell all your people. I know all our crew here. We've got an Eddie Deason campaign to get Eddie to be a semi-regular or regular on Big Bang Theory.
That's
and so we are on the road. We're going to we'll probably have next week if Lorenzo joins us or a few others. We're going to find out exactly I know who some of the producers are, but I want to make sure we get to the right people. We've already kind of kind of helped him out with a synopsis of the kind of character to play, someone that can out to beat Sheldon at being a Mensa, and maybe Susan could be his nerdy girlfriend, like his hot girlfriend,
Oh, that
just
would be
like
great
Sheldon,
reunion.
you know, like
Yeah.
has Penny.
That's a really
You
cool
guys
show.
could-
My son watches
It's
it.
my
I
favorite.
don't watch it, but I think
they're-
he would be perfect
And their
for it.
apartment is like two blocks away where my wife and I usually originated when we lived in Pasadena.
Well, that works.
They live on Las Robas. We lived on Marengo. We could see the city hall from our place, just like on the opposite side. But they got the addresses wrong because I know Pasadena. But anyway, so Eddie, we are on a campaign, buddy, and we are going to do it nice and strong. We're going to post it on Facebook. We're going to get out there, get Eddie Deason on Big Bang Theory.
Will you guys
Very
come back
cool. Thank you
again?
so much.
Susan,
Oh, we
will
love
you
you
come
guys.
back again? Because I really want to talk to you about some more stuff, and we just ran out of time tonight. Would you come back again? I'd love to talk to you a little bit
Yeah,
more.
let's spin some records.
We'll do a spin record
That's
show.
what I'm
Hold
talking
up the
that'll be
album.
fabulous.
Name that album, okay?
Yeah.
Hold it up, just a flashcard.
That's-
What is it? And that's it.
See, Susan's on the same page with me.
Susan's on the same
We're
page. Well,
just going to
Susan,
spin some records.
since you're close to us, we want to get you up here. People want to see the gorgeous, beautiful Susan Buckner, and you're not that far. You're just a fisherman's tile. What do they call it? A fisherman's line toss away, and just reel her in across Alligator Alley and bring her up here to Tampa.
Yeah.
So we'd love to have you if you can be.
We're talking about fishing today.
That's it. We were, and we're fishing for compliments. Sucker.
I pulled our
All right.
park, buddy.
Of course.
Did you see that fish? That was crazy.
Now, I want you guys to stay tuned because right now, first, I just want to let you know we also have our very first sponsor before we cut to and have Kira come in. We wanted to let you know that we have our Off-Duty Wear as our first sponsor. We're excited about that. We're partnering up with us and with many others that our account executives have been diligently laying the road for us, both Samantha and Amber, and they work on our crew here and our staff today. We want to keep good thoughts for our buddy, our floor manager, Matt Ayotte. He lost his grandma this week, so he had to fly up to New Hampshire to be with his family, so we're keeping good thoughts and condolences for his family. And filling in has been one of our account executives, Samantha Saravalli, another Samantha, who has been our floor producer today, as well as Amber Beck, who is our standard producer, working with Alex and Jennifer, who's been our engineers today. So thank you, Jennifer, very much. And so, guys, stick around. So, again, we want to thank Off-Duty Wear being our first official sponsor here for the Talk Inc. with Ian and Kim. And with that being said, and we'll have some wonderful giveaways that we're going to set up for. Maybe Susan and Eddie will sign some autographed T-shirts and stuff like that. We'll get out and get that back out to you and do that for some of our call-ins.
Well, I have that poster I'm going to be giving away here this week as
we'll
well.
We'll be doing that as well.
With Eddie and Susan on it.
Without any further ado, this gal rocked the house along with Maya Sienna a couple weeks ago at the Talkie Awards here in Tampa. She's the #1 country singer rated here in Tampa, as well as top 100 nationally and worldwide. So we're excited. She's got a wonderful story to tell. So everyone, just bring it up for Miss Kira Taylor. Kira, come on in. Hi, sweetie. How you doing?
Hey.
She is a doll. So, Susan, if you guys are having a TV,
Hi,
she's like a little Sally Fields. She's like my little pixie gal. I love her to death. How you doing?
Good.
I don't be rude. Say hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, good.
I've been talking to you all week. I'm just finally glad to meet
Yeah.
you.
How you been?
Good.
So I understand you had a show last night. Is that right?
Yep.
And where was your show?
It was at Ricky T's.
Oh, great.
It's in Apollo Beach.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
you guys did some driving, huh?
About 45 minutes, I think.
Wow. Apollo Beach. Yeah, I've only been to the Atlantic side, I think, one time. Is Apollo Beach on this side? No, it's over here. It's south of Tampa, isn't it?
45 minutes.
No, yeah, it's not like the east side. Sorry, Susan, I'm retarded.
Not like me.
Yeah, exactly. So I did want to give you some Greek cheese. This is made from it's right there. It's great. It's feta, and there's also, what's the other called? Mestizza? Did I say that right? Nope. Medzitya. My wife's in the studio tonight, and she's giving me my Greek lesson right now. So, again, my big fat Greek wedding. We love it. But this is homemade stuff, so enjoy. But so what? You got some great causes coming out. First of all, congratulations being #1 listed for Tampa for country music. You rock. I feel honored. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. You know. Cool. How you been? So what's going on? So you had the concert last night.
Well, I'm also performing at the Florida College on May 10th it's like it's through my homeschool group that I do, and they're having like a talent show, but I'm not part of the talent part.
Right.
And then on May the 17th, I'm performing at the CF Walk. I'm going to be singing the national anthem.
Now, where's that going to be held?
Loudly Park 2.
Oh, Lowry Park is one of the nation's most popular zoos here in the nation, and that's great. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
We're getting all these national anthem gals. We've had Maya and you and everyone. This is great, and I know you guys have become good friends too. And it's great because you have such a different genre. You know, her being pop and you being country. So it's nice to see that support for young artists that are coming up. They're getting nationally ranked, and we feel honored that we can move forward in that. So we have just a few minutes left. So because we have a lot of things going, and we're also going to post up postscript on your organizations. Can you quickly just tell us about real quick about your organization you're with?
Oh, I'm with Free to Love. I'm a youth advocate. It's an anti-bullying campaign.
Right.
And it bases on telling kids that you're different in your own way, and it's good that you're different. It's not like a bad different, and that bullying has affected a lot of kids, and we're trying to take a stand to bullying to help stop it.
Cool. It's wonderful. Well, we got a snippet of one of our hot songs right now called Country Girl Things. We're going to listen to about half of it before we bring in, because we want to say a wonderful thank you to coming in and everyone who's been a guest. We've got about 5 minutes left on our show here. And so, first of all, thank you for coming in. And we're definitely going to have you back. We're definitely going to have you back. And we'll be having more time. Sometimes that's just showbiz. Things just kind of run long, especially when we come from like a reunion show that this kind of came out to be. We didn't know it was going to happen. So, but we definitely want to have you come back again. Okay?
Yes,
and we'll talk about this stuff. But in the meantime, let's give a snippet. So if you guys could roll that beautiful bean footage for for Country Girl Things. This is her hit song. Okay, they're going to be the rock and roll. The Beatles are going to sing what? You have no song? Okay.
How about something live?
Yeah, tell you what. Can you? Is there a song that you know that you can sing, kind of Acapulco for us? Thank you, Susan. Appreciate that.
You mean, just the
Just a little snippet of song, or maybe from that song or something, another song that you know that you just like to sing that means a lot to your heart.
I can do Country Girl Things, like just a verse.
Oh, that'd be great.
I know you're running out of time.
That'd be great.
That's fine.
I'd like to hear it.
Yeah.
When the rooster crows, I'm putting on those jeans. I'm pulling up those boots, doing country girl things. Just living life, and drinking that tea, while sitting around the farm and chilling.
That's really good, honey.
Wonderful. Good job.
That was amazing.
And if you hear the orchestration on it and the backdrop, because what we'll do is we'll put it on our website and have the full song that
She
I
has
know
really
you sent
good
to me.
vocal control.
She does. She really is wonderful.
Amazing.
I love sitting so close to the artists I get their vibe when they're coming on. But we'll post your song on Talk Inc., which is, again, everyone go to our website, Talk Inc., like and share, because it helps out bring the show to a new height.
And we're giving away one of your CDs as well.
Yep.
You're going to sign that for us, right?
Yeah.
So we'll send
Do you
it
have a
out.
website?
No, it's
You just on Facebook right now?
Yeah, Facebook. Well, I'm mostly on every side, like Twitter, Instagram.
Well, if they go to
Tumblr,
Talking,
yeah.
if they go to Talking, then you're on there, so they can go right over to your site over
Right,
there.
and of course we're going to have you back in the next couple of weeks. So,
cool.
and we'll get you set up so we can really give you some dedicated time of knowing what's going on. Because last week, our premiere show, we had a lot of time, and this week we've had to kind of condense it down to a legitimate 1 hour show. So, and that's the kind of things. But eventually, what we're going to do is we're going to expand to 2 hours.
Okay.
That's our goal, and then maybe even a couple nights a week. So by that, we'll give a lot of exposure and have more reunion shows with Eddie and Susan, and they can kind of give us their dating prowess of what's happening when they meet up and go to In-N-Out Burger in Los Angeles. Have you ever been to In-N-Out, Kira?
No.
It's great. Trust me, it's the best burgers in town. Am I right, Susan? Am I right, Eddie?
Why are they going to be your sponsor?
I know he's talking about this. Is like the second week in a row.
What about In-N-Out Burger? I would love it. I'm trying to. They
I
roll
like
us far
Five Guys.
west. Oh, and the hat too. The hat. You guys love the hat, right?
If Five
It's
Guys
in
can
LA.
make a burger,
Oh,
I
the
like
hat
that.
in LA is great. I mean, they make the best roast beef sandwiches in the world. No, I'm so how are we at? So, Kira, thank you so much. I'm sorry
Thank you for having me.
but we're going to have you back again. And again,
Yep,
we're going to
most
attach
definitely.
her song "Country Girl Things" to our website and also our site on Facebook, which is just Talk Inc. That's TALK I.N.K. as you can see on the screen there. And oh my gosh, this has just been so incredible. I've had a blast today, but the hour has gone so
I don't
fast.
want to go.
Can I
wanna
make
go.
a shout out because this is
Yeah, please do. Shout outs. Give me shout outs.
Not a shut up. Shout out.
Good for you.
I want to say hi to Mark Evanair.
All right, that's
You
cool.
probably
Mark
would
Evanair,
say
wherever
he's
you
the
are,
voice of
Susan
it.
says
He's the
hi.
best. He was a great invention.
Too funny. Eddie, do you have any shout outs? Eddie, are you still there? I guess we lost Eddie. Well, anyway.
Did we lose Eddie?
Yeah, I think we did. I think Eddie decided to go to In-N-Out Burger. I didn't want to miss out anymore. So, Kara, while I have you online, do you have any shout-outs to any of your friends or anything going on? Mom and dad, brother and sister, brothers. You have a sister.
Yeah, I have a sister, my sister Alyssa.
And she's over there. Hi, Alyssa. There you go. Again, a shout-out to
my mom and dad.
And mom and dad. There you go. Lisa and Mark. Love you guys. Wonderful. And, of course, our wonderful new sponsor at Off Duty Wear and Miss Vicky Gross, who's a wonderful company down in Sarasota. So as we're going to build on things that she does, you can we'll have her. You can go on our website and we'll have all the information. For those of you who want to get some terrific rates on logos for your shirts and things like that, she's going to be our go-to gal for our show. And of course, we're going to get our mugs looking a little bit better than what you see here. We love these. My daughter put these together. I love them. Thank you, Lacey. Thank you. Yeah, she says. And being encouraged by her mom, my wife, beautiful Angie, my aunt, the New York Greek woman here visiting. Okay, we want to say thanks to Doug running our cameras tonight, and they're doing a kind of a back behind scenes tonight. So again, we want to say thanks again to Vicky and to Amber and to Alex Wadsworth, the dream, the visionary behind all this, the man, the myth, the monster. And
I really had a blast getting to know you, Susan. I just want to say that.
Thank you.
Honestly.
It's been fun, and I've loved you meeting my friends, and they enjoyed you too.
Thank you so much, and definitely we're going to have to talk with you again. You've been a very interesting, fascinating, beautiful woman to have on this show.
You really are, and we're so thankful for you, Susan, for being available. And I know that you were going to put us in touch with some other wonderful people that make this Greece thing happening for the next month, and it looks like really, really promising and looks wonderful. And I thank you for being so available to us and just being able to just get to fall in love with you all over again, as I know that Eddie has.
Mm-hmm.
And
I definitely want to talk to her again.
Yeah, most definitely. And we're definitely going to do lunch. Well, we'll get her. I think next time we should get her up here. Should we get her up here? It's not that far of a. Is that really far of a drive for you?
I think she was going to Bruce Springsteen or something, weren't you?
But Bruce Springsteen's here, and then on Tuesday, and then he goes to, I'm a groupie. And then, no, I've been doing the last 2 years that. So, and then he's coming to Tampa next week.
Well, give you a reason to come on up.
It's kind of inconvenient to Tampa, come back here, go back to Tampa.
Have dinner.
I'm not going to Tampa. I'm for Bruce. I'm not going for Bruce this week.
Okay, well, Bruce can come in, and you can have some of my wife's Greek cheese, and that my father-in-law made. He's really, you'll love it. And we'll have some spanakopita for you and some pastito and all that kind of good stuff, and maybe I can convince him to make some baklava, but we'll see. But nice. Susan, thank you so much. We love you so much. And Kira's here. Kira, do you have a question you'd like to ask Susan, real quick? We got about 2 minutes left.
Okay. Well, this is a different question, but on the set of Grease, who was your major crush?
Good question.
I know that one.
You mean my main crush or number one crush?
Yeah.
It's Jeff.
Conaway.
He was my crush too. I loved him.
Did you guess that?
That's right. That's right. And he's my son Jeff Bree is named after him.
Oh wow.
And he's his godfather too.
Oh, I didn't know
that. Well, there you go. So he's right here. So Jeffrey's in the back.
That's me and Ian are friends.
Hey Susan, I want to show you something. Can I show you something?
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, here it is.
This is what I bought with my allowance. When I was a kid. This is the original that I bought with my own allowance.
And with that allowance money, I want everybody from the Peanut Gallery to come and join us. We have our big send-off. Thea, Angie, everybody come out. We're going to have a big send-off. Vicky, everybody. Samantha, Lisa, Mark. Mom, Dad, everybody. Come on in. We're going to have a big send-off here. Here are the boys, the girls, everyone.
The whole crew.
Hey. And we're going to sing, we got together like that. Everybody wave, say bye. We love you. Thanks for a terrific show. We'll see you next week, and we'll have a special guest in which we can give an announcement on that, too. Alex, come on in here, buddy. Oh, he wants to. He's panning the camera. There you go. Everyone, say goodbye. Our Peanut Gallery's here this week. All of our fans and friends. Oh, we love you, baby. Thank you so much. And let's cue that beautiful bean footage on the back end of our graphics, would you? Susan, thank you so much, baby. We'll be in touch, and thank you so much for a wonderful show.
Definitely.
Thank you, everybody. We love you.
Thanks, Susan.
It was great. It's like, wow. Well, yeah, from my point of view, I should film you and people talking at the same time. It's like another world.
This program was brought to you by the Internet Broadcasting Organization, setting the standard for new media broadcasting.